Well, hello there. This video is on how to type in Greek or Hebrew with Unicode font, and that's really the only way to do it nowadays so that anybody can read it if they have your document. So the keyboard I recommend is the one from Logos, or Logos if you use the new pronunciation which they are purporting. So if you just search Logos Unicode fonts, the one you want is the original languages for keyboard for Windows or Mac if you have that. And if you go to that site, you will see that there is an option to add to cart. You do that. When you go through the checkout, you end up seeing this layout. They have Greek, Hebrew, Coptic, Syriac, etc. I downloaded already the Greek and the Hebrew, and then it shows up in your download folder right here. And when you double click on it, you get a chance to export it somewhere. I exported it to the desktop, and I exported both Greek and Hebrew. So here are the folders, and what you do is you go to the folder and you install whichever one works best. You can just click on setup and run through that. And notice I already have it installed, so it's asking me if I want to remove it, so I'm not going to do that. But if you don't have it installed, that's how you can run through that. Now, one of the things that's interesting and helpful is the keyboard layout for the manual that they give you. So this tells you how you can type the various items. Notice what stands for what, and a lot of it is phonetic in Hebrew. And the same thing will apply to Greek as well. If I go over to that, well, I guess I'm going to go to desktop and then go to the Greek keyboard. Notice if I'm looking at that, a lot of it's phonetic. And if you were going to capitalize it, you just hold in the shift. And it's relatively straightforward. The only thing is the final sigma is the V key on your keyboard, which isn't inherently intuitive, but it makes a lot of sense after you get used to it for a while. So for Greek, that is how you type. For Hebrew, it's a lot of it is phonetic. Some of it you have to get the hang of a little bit, but after a little while, you get used to it. So after you install the keyboards, I actually don't have it visible on my screencast, which is probably a faux pas, but in the bottom right of your desktop, you will see next to the clock on your desktop a little phrase ENG saying your keyboard is in English. You can click on that and you should be able to switch between Greek and Hebrew and English. Now you can do that by clicking with your mouse, or you can do Alt-Shift. So when I'm with a Word document, for example, I push Alt-Shift and it goes to Greek. So now I guess I'm typing English, but if I was going to do Greek words, then I could do, whoops, a go, a me, you know. I can type in Greek, but if I do Alt-Shift again, now I'm in Hebrew. So now I am going to type in Hebrew. Now it's important to note that if I'm in a different font, whoops, I'm still typing Hebrew. If I'm in Arial, for example, if I'm in Arial and I'm typing in Hebrew, it just does not look very good. I do not like this font at all. So I actually really like typing in Times New Roman because it looks a lot better. The Aleph does. So I recommend typing in Times New Roman for your Hebrew. Now there was a question about how to make a dagesh. Well, the way you make a dagesh is you just push the period key for the Logos. Notice how you have the dagesh show up there. So it gets you have to get the hang of it a little bit, but again, the Logos keyboard help that comes with the keyboard will be your friend in telling you how to do the various letters. So I hope that helps, and let me know if you have any questions. Otherwise, we will talk to you later.